With the runaway star system treaty finally in place, the Noans begrudgingly complied with its terms and released nearly 2 million Klopp slaves into freedom. For the Klopps, descendants of Earth Neanderthals abducted millennia ago and scattered across the galaxy as forced laborers, it was a bittersweet moment. Liberated from the bonds of slavery, they now faced the daunting task of forging a new life for themselves in unfamiliar worlds with vastly different environments and gravitational forces. However, the Noans' act of liberation proved to be anything but benevolent, as they callously abandoned the newly freed Klopps to fend for themselves without any means of support or assistance. Left to their own devices, many Klopps found themselves stranded and destitute, struggling to survive in the harsh and unforgiving landscapes of their adopted homeworlds. Yet hope flickered on the horizon as news spread of Alliance ships being dispatched to rescue and aid the stranded Klopps on various planets across the galaxy. As one such Alliance ship arrived at Proxima Centauri b, the crew was met with a heart-wrenching sight. Scattered across the desolate landscape were over 300,000 Klopps, emaciated and weakened from weeks of neglect and deprivation. With no supplies or resources to sustain them, they clung to life by sheer determination alone, their plight a stark reminder of the cruelty and indifference of their former Noan masters. Determined to provide aid to the stranded Klopps, the crew of the Alliance ship sprang into action, distributing food, water, and medical supplies to the desperate survivors. With each passing hour, their efforts began to bear fruit as the Klopps regained their strength and vitality, their spirits buoyed by the promise of a brighter future. Yet, even as hope blossomed amidst the desolation, the scars of their ordeal served as a sobering reminder of the challenges that lay ahead in their journey towards freedom and redemption. Even with the food and medical supplies brought by the Alliance, it was evident that Klopps would continue to perish. Simply put, not just did the Noans take all their supplies with them. They let the infrastructure that kept the Klopps alive basically collapse. To make matters worse, the bulk of Alliance colonies were too far away to be able to supplement the needed infrastructure in time. By the Alliance's best estimate, only 1 in 4 Klopps would survive before they could build up the needed infrastructure. But even with the daunting task at hand, the humans began to salvage what they could of this planet. As days turned into weeks, the once desolate landscape of Proxima Centauri b began to transform into a bustling hub of activity, with Klopps working together to cultivate the land and construct permanent settlements. They were considered savages that could be trained by the Noans. There were a good percentage of Klopps that had several trade skills which helped them build their community. Those skills ranged from construction workers, farmers, miners, and even line assembly for machinery manufacturing. Despite the challenges they faced, their resilience and determination proved to be their greatest assets, propelling them forward on their journey towards self-sufficiency and prosperity. With the arrival of additional Alliance ships and aid, the Klopps on Proxima Centauri b continued to make remarkable progress in rebuilding their lives. Soon representatives from the Klopp government from the Earth colony world Elpis arrived. Once their schools were established to educate the younger generation, medical facilities were erected to provide essential healthcare services, and agricultural projects were initiated to ensure food security for the burgeoning population. As the months passed, the once downtrodden Klopps grew stronger and more self-reliant, forging a new identity for themselves as free beings capable of shaping their own destinies. The Proxima Centauri b Klopps had agreed to join the Elpis Klopp government and form a branch of their government on Proxima Centauri b. Though the scars of their past servitude remained, they served as a constant reminder of the resilience and tenacity that had carried them through the darkest days of their existence. And as they looked towards the future with hope and optimism, they knew that their journey towards freedom and empowerment was far from over. But with the unwavering support of the Alliance, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With trade routes established between Elpis and Proxima Centauri b, Within only 2 years, the Klopp government wasted no time in fostering diplomatic ties and strengthening their newfound alliance. Representatives from both planets convened to discuss the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, recognizing the importance of collaboration in ensuring the prosperity and security of their people. Despite the hardships endured by the Klopps, their spirit and purpose shone through as they worked tirelessly to rebuild their society from the ground up. As the Klopp population slowly recovered and began to thrive on both Elpis and Proxima Centauri b, the governments faced the pressing need to strategize for the future. With only 600,000 survivors from the original 2 million freed Klopps, the task of defending their worlds seemed daunting. However, the Klopp leaders understood the importance of proactive measures and wasted no time in formulating a defense strategy. They would have to work with the 3 million Klopp citizens of their governments between both planets. Recognizing the potential benefits of the alliance, they reached out to the Allams, seeking to leverage their engineering expertise and technological prowess to bolster their own defenses and contribute to the broader efforts of the alliance. The alliance between the Klopps and the Allams marked a significant step forward in their collective defense strategy. With the Klopps' expertise in mining, toughness and durability complemented by the Allams' ingenuity and technical capabilities, they began to collaborate on the development of their own fleets. As always, the alliance authorized both the Klopps and the Allams to use the resources they could find and mine by themselves, but under specific conditions. The first condition is alliance projects get priority in resource distribution as they are still reinforcing their fleet. The other condition was that the Klopps and the Allams need to start working on a plan to terraform Azimk into a habitable planet once more. Azimk being deep in neutral space would give the alliance a key strategic position. With the conditions agreed together, they aimed to contribute to the defense of the alliance and assist in the colonization efforts of other worlds, thereby strengthening their allied forces against potential threats. As the Klopps and Allams worked tirelessly to build up their fleets and fortify their defenses, they remained mindful of the ever-present challenges posed by hostile forces in the galaxy. With Earth and its colonies boasting a population of roughly 3.2 billion, the Klopps and Allams knew that they needed to be prepared to defend themselves and their allies against any potential threats. With their newfound alliance, they were determined to stand strong and united, ready to face whatever challenges the future might hold. With their combined efforts, the Klopps and Allams began to expand their influence beyond their own planets, contributing to the Alliance's efforts to populate and defend other worlds. Their collaboration led to the establishment of mining operations and colonies on several key strategic planets, further bolstering the Alliance's resources and capabilities. Soon the Klopps and Allams would have their own modest fleet to sail the stars as well. All other alien races laughed at them until they allied themselves with the humans.